Hello everybody. Today is Monday, September 26th. It's 3:56 p.m. The regular session for the futures markets is going to close in about 4 minutes. Bring over my computer clock here and we can see the date and the time. This video is in real time. This is not a market replay. And I'll bring over the time and sales for the E-mini S&P and we can see trading going on at 2139.50. Before I begin, first the required disclaimer. Okay, here we have a chart of the E-mini S&P on the Superenco 8 tick, and I want to talk about this for a second. I believe this may sell off here, but we really don't know for sure. I'm going to bring over the market profile here and just kind of show you why I think this might sell off here. We have probably a lot of traders going short here. We have a poor low and indication of support, but it seems to be that it wants to break this level. Having said that, the cool thing about the auto trader is here we got 550 to 600 in profit here, and I want to talk about the importance of having manual controls here. Here it's near the end of the session. Certainly you could hit the close position button and be done with it and say, okay, it's been a great day, but you can also bring your stop in. I just clicked the trail by 50% button and I'm going to click it again. I'm going to give this a little bit more perspective here. If I click it again, it's going to tighten it up by 50%. And if I click trail high low, it's going to bring it to the high of this bar. Actually, because this bar hasn't closed, it's here. But if I hit close 1, it'll bring it within a tick of here. So point being is to prevent a spike at the close, I'm at least protected here. So if I hit at 50%, I've just brought it into the high of this bar. So now I've really tightened it up. But in the event that it sells off, it'll hit my first target and maybe tank further. So we really don't know. But at least I've protected my profits, and I had to do that manually because, you know, when you set up your parameters, you need to give the market room to move. So having these manual features is really important, especially at the end of the day. The market is just about to close in a few seconds here. I'll bring over the time and sales, and we'll see if I'm right. It looks like it's trying to make a new low, and red in the time and sales indicates a new low, and it just hit our first target. So this is going to update shortly. The market went all the way down to 36.75, and we were filled at 37, and then of course it popped back up here, and it's probably going to close the position right there. So we did 675 in profit. Now I just realized it took a long position right there at the close, and that's probably because I need to set my session end hours. This is the time the system is allowed to trade. So I need to change this. Another cool feature of the auto trader is that we can change parameters in real time. And that's what this is here. So I really need to change this to say 1540, for example, and then I just hit close here, and now it'll be changed permanently. Okay, so just a few great features of the auto trader pointed out here. You got to see this trade close live, and I brought the stop in, and it sold off as predicted. Okay, next up is the DAX on the Superenco 14 tick, and this did 737 on 2 contracts. It actually had an equity high of about 1400 and then gave some back at the end here. So still not too shabby, $700 or so on the DAX. Okay, next up is the crude oil. Okay, next up is the crude oil on the Superenco 6 tick. This did 360 for the day. Most of the charts I'm following today had modest gains, so it wasn't a real spectacular day for the auto trader. Okay, the crude oil on the 500 tick with the line break algorithm that we've been talking about a lot for the last few days. This had a loss of 520, and what's interesting here is this first trade in the morning had a pretty fair amount of profit here, about $500 here, but then because of our loose money management, it only ended up with a small gain on that trade. The next trade was a break even, but still had some decent profit going long at 46 and as high as, well, only about 10 ticks here. And then it got whipsawed in the end, which caused this end up losing day here. So by the time it got to this line break signal here, it wasn't allowed to trade, as this was at the close of the session. Okay, that's it for today's video. If you'd like to find out more, please visit our website or send us an email to systems@bluewavetrading.com. Thanks for watching today.